Hey everybody, welcome to Galactic Wisdom. Thank you very much for being here. Well, I've had an exciting week. There was a fire that broke out on Saturday due to thunderstorms close to my home, and the fire was moving towards my home. And Saturday evening, I was going to be hosting an online event, but I just had to stop and evacuate. So it's not a very fun thing having to figure out your most important prized possessions and throw them in the car and be gone in as short a time as possible. So I spent the night in a local shelter, and fortunately there is a very a competent fire service, and they were supplemented by international teams of firefighters. This is in California, and they combated the fire and they put it out, and I was able to return home safely. So it's all very it was very, very busy, eventful last few days, and I've only just managed to get my stuff back into my home and in some kind of order. And this morning I had to dash into the DMV and try and take a knowledge test because I just recently moved to California and I'm just finishing off the driver's license renewal process. That's all sorted now, and now I have in 2 weeks' time I will be on tour. My tour is coming up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the tour now because I know that I'm going to be meeting a lot of people who are watching. And here is my tour schedule. Why didn't that come up? That's weird. There it is. Okay, here's my tour schedule. So I'm not going to spend long talking about this, but if any of you are going to be in any of these places at the same time, then please come along to my events. They're evening alien contact events. We connect humans with each other. By the end of the evening, we all feel like we know each other as close friends. It's a wonderful way to meet people. And during the event, we meditate and we reach out to different advanced non-human entities. And a lot of the time, they show up in the sky. We see UFOs in the sky, and most of the time, we feel them around us on the ground. So I'm going to be kicking off this tour on Friday, August the 2nd in Santa Monica. I hope that some of you will be able to join us there. We have a celebrity joining us there for that event. I won't reveal the details for security reasons, but if you can make that event, then it's going to be an exciting one. Then we're camping in Joshua Tree. The next day, we're going to Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to have a film crew following us around for those first 3 events. So hopefully some of you will be able to join us. Sedona, Arizona, Overgard, Arizona. That is where Travis Walton was taken on board a craft and healed and put back safely so that he could get home a few decades ago. And that's going to be an exciting one. Then Roswell, of course, which is where the sort of modern era of ufology and alien contact and reverse engineering of craft began. Aurora, Texas, that's where a craft crashed in 1897, and we're going to the cemetery where they buried the being there. And then Shreveport, Louisiana, Eudora, Arkansas, Tupelo, Mississippi. We're going to host an event in Elvis's birthplace. Well, not in his birthplace itself, but in the park outside of his birthplace. Who knows? Maybe we'll connect with him too. Who knows? Maybe he'll introduce us to some of his alien friends. We're going to Nashville, Tennessee, Owensboro, Kentucky, Bay City, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Now that's an interesting one. That is where Mothman was. If any of you ever seen the Mothman, what was it called? The Mothman Prophecies, I think was the name of the movie. But we've been there before, and it is an extraordinarily atmospheric and spooky place. And we're going to host a contact event in and around the TNT bunkers where Mothman is thought to have lived. We're going to Marshall, North Carolina, Star, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia. We may have a celebrity with us there. Adel, Georgia, Orlando, Florida. That's shaping up to be a nice big event. Fort Lauderdale, Double Springs, Memphis, Tennessee, in Shawnee, Kansas, and Blue Springs, Missouri. Those two are close together. We've had a lot of very interesting sightings in those two places. We've had beings on the ground come to us with their babies, giving us messages of vital importance to humanity. We've taken photographs of their craft there. So if any of you want to come to those two events that weekend, Saturday 13th and Sunday the 14th, close to Kansas City, that's going to be a great location to join us. Highland, Illinois, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Devil's Tower, Wyoming. That is where Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the movie, was filmed, and that's an extraordinary place. Skinwalker Ranch. Now, I know quite a lot about the beings that live in, around, and above Skinwalker Ranch. To be blunt, I know more about the beings than the people who are on the Secret of Skinwalker Ranch show seem to know. They're spending a lot of time running around identifying lens flares on their night vision equipment as alien phenomena, and they're completely failing to see the significance of the technology GPS anomalies that they're encountering. As a space scientist, I actually know quite a lot about how GPS systems work, and they're just not putting the pieces together. They see all these unusual phenomena happening, and their response, it makes no sense. But it does make sense. They just need to ask, well, why would that happen? Because it's not impossible. If something happens, it's possible. And I know the answers. I just wish somebody would reach out to me from that ranch and ask me, because we're going to be very close to there on September the 28th. We're not going to be in Skinwalker Ranch, but we will be next to it. If you would like to join us for that event, you are very welcome to send me a message or join one of my groups, and you can come along. The next day in the Uinta Mountains, which is also in that zone around Skinwalker Ranch where they have those beings, we're going to the location of a portal. And this is a confirmed portal by somebody that I know who to be trustworthy and psychic. And they have seen UFOs, alien craft, going into and out of a portal there. And so that's where we're going on September 29th. And Las Vegas on October the 1st. We're going to the location of we're going close to where the Tall Whites live. And we've had contact with them before in that location. So if any of you would like to join me or us for any of those events, then, well, you know, the easiest way is to find out all the details is to send me an email and say, hey, Rupert, I would like to go to the Skinwalker Ranch event. Or, hey, Rupert, I'd like to go to the event in Georgia. Send me an email, tell me where you'd like to go, and I will send you the details and the link of where you can sign up. This is a 2-month, 26-state, 33 event contact tour. So I'm really excited about this. Now, I would like to thank whoever it was. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody sent me a nice little package today. Or at least I received it today. And I suspect they're thinking about me on my tour, because when I go on tour, the worst thing about touring is the further east you go, the more mosquitoes you get. And somebody has sent me a lovely insect repellent, plant-based, natural mosquito repellent wipes. So thank you very much for that. And some pain relief cream, I expect that's for after I've been bitten. And looks like a squashed toilet roll. I'm not sure what that is, but I think there's something, I can feel that there's something inside it. So thank you very much for that, whatever's inside that. So whoever that is, because there's no name with it, I really appreciate that. It's very, very, very kind of you. Let's see what else. So today's show is all about healing. And I'm going to describe to you today how healing works. Different types of healing, different types of paranormal healing, spiritual healing, spiritual self-healing, also reaching out and connecting with other beings that may be able to come in and give us healing. So I'm going to talk all about healing in a moment, but I've got a ton of people out there saying hello, sending in comments. So I would like to say hello before I continue with to Patricia. Patricia, thank you very much for being here. Diana, thank you very much. I'm very happy that I'm safe, and my house also. Incidentally, this fire was very good practice for you know, the world is heating up. More and more fires are going to be spreading all around the world. And are we ready for them? Well, after this fire that nearly burnt down my house, I feel like I'm a step much closer, big step closer to being ready for what is to come. I went out and bought more equipment, some water hoses and powerful spray nozzles and sprinklers and things. And yeah, so I feel like I'm safe for the next few years at least. I'd like to thank Jonathan for being here. Got to add Massachusetts sometime soon. I will do. I would love to get out there too. I decided 2 months of traveling is enough this time, but maybe in the future that would be wonderful. Let's see. Okay, that seems to be all of the comments. Thank you very, very much. So let's see. I'm going to talk about healing now. And I'm just pulling something up on my screen to help me out with that. Awesome. So let's see. Healing. How does healing work? What I'm going to talk to you about healing is there is self-healing and there is healing when we get others to help us out. So I'm going to talk now about how we can do self-healing. First of all, we need to understand a little bit about reality before we can do self-healing on ourselves. If anybody listening here has any kind of ailment, whether it is biological, physical, spiritual, emotional, or mental, we are able to heal any of those conditions, but in different ways. If it's physical, then I really recommend that people go to a physical doctor first. That's your priority. That's what you should be doing first before you do anything else. Then after that, or before that, or in conjunction with that, spiritual healing. Humans have our three-dimensional physical bodies, but we also have our extra-dimensional spiritual bodies. And these spiritual bodies are interwoven through our biological bodies. Every little component of our biological body has a corresponding spiritual component. The way that our spirits form is that when we are just a few cells big, we have clumping into those cells, not just new molecules of physical matter, but also spiritual essence coming in and being attracted to our cells, our three-dimensional physical bodies, and forming like an identical spiritual body around our physical bodies. As a person grows, their spirit grows with them. I know this is contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, but this is stuff that I've been able to piece together as knowledge. And so when we are a physical baby, we have a spiritual, a spirit that looks like a baby, that's baby shaped, that's baby sized. When we are a teenager, we have a spirit that is exactly fitting our teenage bodies. We have a teenage spirit, and that is one of the proofs for that is that when we encounter spirits that are out there, the spirits generally, if we encounter a spirit of a baby, it looks like a baby. If we encounter a spirit of a dog, it looks like a dog. What we're not encountering is an adult human that was reincarnated into a baby, and then when the baby died, the human adult spirit was somehow freed. No, that's not what is happening. So your spirit looks like you. The central core of your spirit looks like you. And beyond that, extending outwards from your central core into extra dimensional space, you have this large 3 extra dimensional aura. And that aura can reach out and connect with other people, other times, other places. So one other really important piece of information you need to understand is that I'm sorry, I've got a little bit of brain fog because I'm a little bit tired after all of my last week. Our spirit stays with our biological body when we move around. When we walk around our homes, our spirit stays with our biological body. When the Earth is moving around the sun in orbit, our spirits don't get left behind. That is because there is a force attracting between our spirits and our biological bodies. This is an attractive extra-dimensional or trans-dimensional force. And this is important because that means that if we change our biological body, our spiritual body is attracted towards that change. So if you heal your biological body, your spiritual body gets healed. If you heal your spiritual body, your biological body feels a force moving towards that. Your biological body becomes healed. So we're going to utilize all of this knowledge now to do some self-healing. I am going to guide us through a meditation, a guided meditation. And we are going to, in the meditation, take control of our spirits. Or if you want to heal somebody else, you're going to manipulate their spirits with their permission. We are going to take control of our spirits. Our spirits are quite malleable. We can at will control and manipulate our spirits. That's what we're going to do today. And I am going to give a little analogy here. I can imagine my hand reaching up and touching my forehead. I'm imagining that now, but it's not presently happening. I have to do more than just imagine my hand to move to make my hand move. I have to will my hand to move, and I'm going to will it to move now, to touch my forehead. There you go. I did it. Our spirits are the same. If we imagine our spirits flying off somewhere, astrally projecting or connecting with a friend or a family member, or manipulating our spirit for healing, that's just imagination. We have to go a step further than that, and we have to will our spirit to move, to manipulate itself for healing to work. So that's what we're going to attempt today. Now, I do know a number of individual people out there who really are in need of healing. There was a fundraiser for Shaylee Kloss a few days ago, And it would be nice if some of us, when we do this meditation, we reach out and we give her some of the healing that she needs. You can do self-healing, or you can do healing on a family member or a friend. And I'm going to guide us through every step of the way. So I'm going to ask people to go through the following steps. First of all, please make sure that your cell phones are silenced. Your devices are silenced. You're not going to be disturbed. Please also get into a comfortable position, sitting or lying. It doesn't really matter. Lights on or off, it does not really matter. And why is that? There's something popped up on the screen now. I don't know what that was. And what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. We're going to relax our bodies. We're going to let go of all of our tensions. Just let go of all the tensions within us. We're going to let our feet relax. We consciously let go of the tensions in the muscles in our lower legs and our upper legs. We consciously let go of all the tensions below our waists. We let go of all the tensions in our backs, our upper arms, our lower arms, and our hands. Take your mind to your tummies and let your tummy muscles relax, your side muscles, all the muscles in your torsos relax. And we let go of the tensions in our necks, in our faces. Relax the muscles in our foreheads, in our cheeks and our jaws. We relax the muscles, all those muscles that surround our eyeballs. We let go of the tensions. Let our entire bodies relax. And we let our bodies sink deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. And while our conscious minds are remaining alert and alive and listening to my voice, I'd like everybody's biological bodies to just let go of all tensions and sink deeper and deeper towards a sleep-like state. Just let go. Just relax. And we feel that our biological bodies in their entireties are now as relaxed as possible. And we start to think about our spiritual bodies within our biological bodies. Remember that each little component of our biological bodies has a corresponding spiritual component. And so when we think about our spiritual fingers and hands, we can imagine them as looking like our biological fingers and hands. But our spiritual bodies are luminous, plasmic, ghost-like, spirit-like clouds of energy that flow through us. Feel our spirits flowing through our fingers and hands. Maybe you can feel the buzz or the tingle of life flowing through your fingers and hands. And we see our fingers and hands in our minds, and we see them connecting up through our wrists into our lower arms and into our upper arms. And it is these spiritual bodies that we are going to heal. But first of all, let us connect with our entire spirits so that we're fully tuned in. See and feel your spirit flowing up through your shoulders and down into your backs, relaxing and soothing, Feel your spiritual currents filling up your spines, all the way up your spinal columns, up into your heads, into your foreheads, your ears, your eyes. Feel and see your spiritual currents flowing through all the organs in your torsos. And as we do this, we build up a larger and larger image in our minds of our spiritual bodies, our spiritual beings. We flow our spirits down through our pelvic areas into our upper legs, through our knees into our lower legs, and down into our feet. Feel the energy of our spirits in our feet, in our toes, in the soles of our feet. And try and perceive in one vision a clear, harmonious flow of spiritual energy throughout our entire bodies. And we are going to start manipulating this flow either in ourselves, or if there's somebody out there in the world that you would like to give healing to, think of them and pull your conscious mind to them wherever they are, to flow your spirit through them in the way that I guide people to heal their own spirits now. We're going to start off in our feet. Feel the energy, the currents flowing through your feet, through your toes. And these currents of spiritual energy that flow through us, if there is any injury or disease, anything that is not completely healthy, these energy flows become blocked or restricted or diverted. So we're going to start off by picturing a wash of spiritual energy, of our spiritual energy, flowing cleanly through our toes, through our soles, through the skin of our feet, through the bones of our feet. Clean, harmonious, symmetrical flows of energy through our feet and toes. Those people who are strong spiritually may choose to heal everybody that's participating, everybody that's listening to this session right now. And I am attempting to reach out and heal everybody too. And we flow harmonious, clean, unimpinged, unblocked spiritual currents through all of our legs, washing away darknesses, pushing through restrictions or blockages. We wash through all of these currents. We push our spirits up into our torsos, flowing clean, smooth, harmonious flows of energy through our spines and outwards through our nervous systems, from the spinal cord in the center, cleanly connecting with smooth flows of energy currents through all of our nerves, throughout our entire bodies, cleansing, smoothing and harmonizing. We flow our spiritual currents cleanly through our lungs, through our stomachs, our livers, our intestines and our kidneys. And we're focusing on smooth, clean flows of energy through our organs. And we flow our spirits cleanly up through our backs, through the vertebrae, through the back muscles. Wash away any tensions, any blockages within our back muscles. As our spirits flow through our back muscles, let our spirits soothe and relax our back muscles even more. Tensions washing away. Let us see our spiritual flows of spiritual energy flow through our shoulders, cleanly, harmoniously through our upper arms, through our lower arms, through our fingers and hands, pushing through any blockages. In the tips of our fingers and the palms of our hands, we have energy flows, energy conduits, where energy flows from our fingers and hands to connect with the environment around us. Let us flow those energies around us now, through our fingers and hands cleanly, washing away any blockages, opening up our energy flows from our fingers and hands to our environments and to the world around us. Let our energy currents flow down similarly through our feet and our toes, where we connect with the ground beneath us. Wash flows of energy through the tips of your toes and the soles of your feet, and let yourself connect with the earth beneath, with the soil, with the rock. No matter how high up we live away from the physical surface of the earth, let our currents flow into the ground, grounding us, giving us strength. We picture our currents flowing up now through our spines and into our heads, and we wash our spiritual currents through our heads, harmonizing, soothing. Wash clean flows of spiritual energy through your mind, through your brain, soothing like silky soft spiritual currents of water, washing away tensions, blockages, washing away spiritual components of toxins, waste chemicals in the cells in our brains. And we picture any particles within us that shouldn't be there as little tiny specks of darkness. And these specks of darkness could be viruses or bacteria or fungi, anything that should not be within us. We see as dark little specks within us, and we brighten our spirits, and we wash away those darknesses. We wash them away. And I am attempting to heal everybody that's in this session. And if there's anybody spiritually strong enough that you can imagine or see in your mind, all of the people in the world who are listening to this show, both in real time and in replays in the future, imagine washing spiritually pure flows of current through everybody, cleansing infection, healing. Some people may have physical or structural impairments like crooked spines or scars or injuries. And what we can do in those areas is, I'm going to invite people to take their minds to those areas in your body, wherever they are, where there is any structural imperfection. And I would like you to see in your mind the spiritual component of that structural imperfection. And take hold of that spiritual component with the power of your mind and straighten it. See it straightening up. See whatever the structural problem is, see it becoming healthy and healed. For example, seeing a crooked spine straightening and compelling your spine to straighten. Take hold of all of your spirit. Straighten it. And if there's any injury that requires rebuilding, reconstruction, we move into those areas and we see damaged cells dissolving away. Break them down. Let them dissipate into fine mists which leave your bodies. And then we draw in spiritual light, spiritual essence known as koritha, which is the substance that our spirits are made out of, and focus that koritha and light and energy in those places that need to be regrown, rebuilt, and see that rebuilding happening. See new skin cells being grown. See new cartilage being formed. See new bone growing cleanly, harmoniously with your body. And we see this happening on a spiritual level. And we see regrowth of cells happening in their hundreds, in their thousands, in their millions. And we look throughout our bodies now for any cells, any parts of our bodies that have anomalous growth, where there is damage to the DNA, where there is tumorous or cancerous growth. And we just let our spirits absorb or attract towards those cells, whether there's only 2 or 3, whether there's trillions. We let our spiritual focus move to those locations. And we feel a strength within us, a spiritual strength in our chests, in our centers, a spiritual brightness and strength. And we start radiating light, powerful light, like laser light from our cores to each and every abnormal cell within our body. And we treat these tiny little fine rays of spiritual light like extra-dimensional lasers that completely burn away the nuclei of cells that have abnormal cell growth with them. We burn them away and they dissipate as a fine mist that slowly drifts out of our bodies. We target all cancerous growth, all abnormal cell growth within us and within Shaylee and within all of us. And we burn that away. We reject those abnormal cells. And we pull in from our surroundings. We absorb in spiritual koritha, the stuff that our cells are made, our spirits are made out of. And we pull them into those spaces, those vacuums that we formed from burning away cancerous growth. And we let them grow new cells, new healthy cells, matching the cells that surround them with healthy DNA. And we multiply those healthy cells We fill in any voids, any gaps, any scars. And we imagine within our bodies all of those strands of DNA, those chromosomes within us, and we let them glow brightly with the power of our minds. And we see them all regenerating and rejuvenating. Bits of DNA that are imperfect, they fall away, they dissolve away. And we have DNA that becomes more youthful, turning back the clock to the past on where our DNA used to be when we were in our mid-20s, let's say. And we had healthy, clean DNA. Or take yourself back to a time of whatever age and hold on to the DNA of that time and replicate it and bring it to you now. And we are going to go a step further now. We, having done some self-healing on ourselves, we are going to, for anybody that feels comfortable with this, we are going to request that any of our advanced non-human friends who support what we're doing right now in trying to heal each other, we request that you come in and assist us in our healing. That you come in and bring your advanced knowledge, your technology, your personal abilities, and assist us in our healing. We reach out in particular to our extraterrestrial friend, Tuk Tuk, who lives on a far-off ocean world. We find her, she's not humanoid. She looks like a large, inverted teardrop shape, living in a liquid. She's gelatinous, translucent, beautiful pinks, purples, blues moving around within her. She has children around her and within her often, and she works to help to heal us. Tuk Tuk, I ask that you please come to me and to our friends in this session now, to go to them, to be drawn to wherever they are. And I'm going to ask all the humans here if you're comfortable with allowing my friend Tuk Tuk to give you extraterrestrial healing in your minds. Fill your hearts with love. Radiate the love outwards to a being or a species known as Tuk Tuk. And to give them permission to come into you and give you healing. And I'm going to ask you now to just think about in your mind the parts of your body or the bodies of others that you would like to have healed, and speak telepathically in your mind to Tuk Tuk. Show her what's wrong in your mind. Show her what it would look like for you to receive full healing. And keep willing that healing to happen within you. Keep seeing it happening within you. And I'm going to ask Tuk Tuk to see what you're thinking of and to assist you. And there is such love in this group right now. Such beauty. Such beauty within the humans involved. such beauty within our trans species, extraterrestrial friendships and cooperation. Show her what needs to be healed and help her. And we're just going to pause here for a little bit, because a little bit more time on this healing with these beings will give them a greater opportunity to heal you. Let us all picture the spiritual ocean that Tuk Tuk lives in, washing through us, cleansing us of physical ailments, and also moving through our minds. If we have any darkness of thought within us, any hatred for others, any upset about anything in our lives at all, we let these spiritual waters flow through our minds and take away that darkness. We're going to be the best people we can be, the brightest, most loving, most caring people. We remove hatred from us. Our lives are too short to be living them with darknesses caused by hatred, or hatred caused by darknesses. We just let ourselves be beings of light. Feel the light grow within you. Resolve to discard any pain that is caused by others within us. We don't need that. That's not our fault. We sever those dark connections. We let them disappear. If we have any traumas from our past, imagine, see an image that you associate with the trauma, and take a step away from the trauma. See that image losing its color, losing its strength, losing its proximity to you. Say goodbye to it. We don't need it. Let it leave your body. We wash those away. What matters is who we are from now into the future. Let us be the best that we can be. Let us be the most loving, caring people we can be. Let us resolve to lead only by example, to overcome darkness not with darkness but with light. And we wash away all remaining pain from within us. Push it out. Push out any discomfort. We don't need it. Let it go. We cleanse everybody in this meeting, everybody connected with this meeting. And as we move towards the end of this meditation, let us give thanks to Tuk Tuk in our minds. Let us give thanks in our hearts. We say farewell to Tuk Tuk. We feel the light of our own spirits. We feel the harmony and the healing that we've received today. And we resolve to hold on to that when we leave this meditation. We feel like our spiritual and biological bodies are in harmony. We hear sounds around us in our physical environments. We feel the temperature of the air on our skin. We feel the touch of our clothes on our skin. We feel fully centered, spiritually and biologically. We feel whole and healthy and complete. We lock our spiritual healing into place, and when you're ready, your biological eyes can open. Okay. Good, right. So we're 2 minutes away from the end of this this session. I hope people felt some kind of relaxation, at least from that healing. If anybody wants to receive a weekly healing session in my Patreon group, send me a message at this email address there. I'll send you a link to my Patreon group where we do weekly healing sessions. If anybody wants to come on one of my tour events, then please send me an email and tell me which of the events you wish to go to, and I will send you all of the details. It's such a wonderful privilege to be alive, to be conscious, to be living the lives that we live. Let us not waste 1 second of our lives on being mean, vengeful, disrespectful, dark about anyone or anything. We have such an opportunity here. Let us embrace this opportunity to live, to love, to experience, and to really make the universe a better place. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening, for being here. Peace, love, and happiness to all of you. Take care. See you next time.